Hey guys, I hope that you're all good. I have just been taken through a workout with big bodybuilder, Mr. Elliot Gibson. Safe to say, it was a good workout. It was an intense workout. We are also just, covering posing and comparing our prep. So I hope that you guys enjoy. Safe to say that I need to go and eat some Cocoa Pops because it's been a long one.
Yeah, you should know better. Big chest. Yo, I was beating your chick. I strapped up with a gym jam ripped. Shit. And she's saying that it's cool because she wants my kids. But I know better. Better get a plan B. What do you think this is? You should know better. I just give her that, then it's back to the strip. And she's saying that she loved me. I was like, babe, that's wild. And the youth's in the next room crying. I don't give a toss because I ain't my child. When the youth go sleep, I give her that, don't make a sound. You should know better. Her man might find out.
Feeling strong today. Those Cocoa Pops hit me in a good way today.
One of my boxers, that was an amazing round. Beef on the strip gets tragic. You don't want to slip in traffic. Don't touch a button at the red light like it's take me out. Fuck it. Buff Totty got body man bucket. Get gully in a tummy man bust it. Shit Totty, yo dummy, don't cuff it. Said he's on me ain't ready or nothing. Your chicken I've been giving her stuffing. Big sauce, Steph Curry, no mutton. Big broad tech body, I cut it. Yo fuck it, 23 like I'm Jordan. Might be 23s that I'm sporting. Like 23 I ain't bothered. Turn down 20 beats if they boring. Look, 2018 is mine. In the ends they ain't really on banter. Stick kick like Mac D Sprite when they take man's.
Let me get, hold on, she's out angling me. She's out angling me. Oh my god. She's not far off with that.
Yo, Mike, you looking fresh as shit right now, but I got one question for you. What are those?
Look at a figure pose. And that's me not touching. I don't know how to do this one.
Man's eyes ain't worried about Fanta. On my life, I don't wanna be gangster. I just wanna make money all night.
Like knees back, but it's nothing like I can't train for.
I think for me, because I literally have never had a proper injury or even a proper niggle, because I do try and be so careful. And the other thing was, I was pissed off with myself. But even though it felt fine during training, I felt pissed off for not respecting the fact that I can't move as much weight as what I'm maybe used to moving. And it was that which made me realise that I actually do need to be a little bit more careful now. You get too big for your boots, and when you like training, then pushing yourself when you're 10 weeks out from a show and you've been digging deep, it's not good. I'm still feeling relatively fresh now from the rest, but give me another 10 days and I'm gonna be back to zombie mode. Yeah.
The power of food.
It's mental.
Power of food.
It's medicine.
You feel like
Actually medicine.
when you're heavier, you feel invincible. I was training a fucking scaffold and I felt invincible. I literally
in the snow.
I thought I could do anything. Then obviously prep now, I'm I need a great facility, bands, cuffs.
I need beanbags.
Yeah.
Beanbags and blankets. What's that? The whole stack.
Warm up, bro.
I've just smoked for 30 seconds training smart and I just stuck to the shit. I've never had a life-changing injury.
Jacket, meet me by the door. Wine slow, make that booty hit the floor. Take your time though, you make my mind blow. Pretty face, I still hit it from behind though. Better know that I'm bursting. Only make your ass work when you're twerking. Cause you know I'm that type of guy to treat you right, so you stay the night.
Problems of a midget. Midget problems. Don't say midget, you'll offend someone. Well, I am a midget. I can call myself a midget, can't I?
I'm full black and she dresses in red, leaving lipstick all over my neck. You ratchet, you a bad chick. Put you on the floor like I forgot I had a mattress. Breathing down my neck, your teeth in my ear. I like the way you whisper in a different language. Pretty girl, hey, what's your number? I still but you're dressed like it's summer. Take your time when you're whining me. I gotta let her know it's time to leave. Tell me how you feeling. Is it me that you're needing? We can go. Let me see you get down low.
muscles. So I'm following your split, so maybe you should give a bit more context to why you're training, how you're training.
Why I'm training,
Although it's not that different to how I train.
Yeah, it's not different, to be honest with you.
In terms of what your split is, list your split out.
So at the minute so today we're doing back, it's only back today. My other workouts will be chest and biceps, delts and triceps and legs. That's not too different from you, I guess. It's pretty much the same, like the intensity is the same. We have different bodies, so the way we respond is going to be different. The look will be different, but the methods exactly the same. There's no
Exercises are the same. They're very much the same. Like in terms of the exercises that Elle's training is exactly what I would train. There's only certain body parts which I might prioritize a little bit more, such as my delts, my glutes and hamstrings. I might have more volume there. I also split my training differently just throughout the week because of the time I have available. But at the end of the day, the intensity is the same, bikini athlete or bodybuilder, and as well as that, the biomechanics, the methodology, the exercises, it don't change.
You'll notice Millie hasn't been walking around with a booty band this whole session. Like, she's done exactly the same exercise as me. She hasn't added a band to RDLs. She hasn't banded a T-bar row. Like, it's all the same. We have the same muscles.
That's what he thinks, but he didn't see. I whipped my band out as soon as he went to the toilet.
Glute activation before I got here.
To be fair, just the position on this machine, again, it's not the best for me, but like, at the end of the day, in terms of moving that load, I don't need wraps for that, because my back is weak. When it gets stronger, that's when my grip strength will give out, if you know what I mean. But for now, I really back is not a priority because my hair covers my fucking back on stage, you know what I mean? Like, all of my training is largely just delts, which is boring. It's so boring.
As you can see by this video, Millie loves her training. You just complained about how much you hate training for about 30 minutes.
Nah, it's not that I hate training, it's that I like being strong, and on prep you don't feel that strong, you know?
There's just different styles, like there's just certain styles, like you've got to train a certain way because of bikini, and if you don't train that way then you're going to be kind of placed lower when it comes to competing.
At the end of the day, when you decide that you're going to be a bodybuilder, you can't train for fitness, you can't do CrossFit, you can't do 1 rep maxes and train like a powerlifter. And when it comes to actually in your training, you need to train to bring up certain body parts depending on what you're doing. If you want to be a bodybuilder, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices. And I would fucking love to do a WOD right now with thrusters, or I'd love to max out my bench because I love bench press. But right now, I can't do that. Like, if you love sport and fitness in all different ways, like, you can appreciate all of it, but you can't do all of it when you're at this point.
The goal is most important. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, basing is most important.
So
it's interesting. So it'd be interesting to see how things change for you once you go into figure, I think.
Figure?
Oh, sorry, I was not supposed to.
Who said I'm going into figure?
Edit that out.
Now, it's my turn to have some fun. So, bikini posing, very different. Bikini posing is very much, so in bikini you're judged on your whole package, your makeup, your hair, your presentation, your flow, your elegance. I realised this when I started to learn posing, that it's literally not all about just your muscularity. You basically need to learn how to dance when you are posing when it comes to bikini. So I'll kind of take you through a bit of a routine first before I take Elle through. I'll just take him through the mandatories rather than the transitions because they're more difficult. Walk on, hit your front pose, smile. Glute shot, the most important one. And of course, Elle doesn't have stripper heels. Try not to fall over like I nearly just did. So, as you can see from the bikini poses, you don't do a pose here, do a side pose, do a back pose, and turn around. You're constantly flowing in and out of your poses, but largely it's the front pose, transition to the back. So that's what we're going to do. Elle might have to tiptoe a little bit for this.
Alright guys.
Right, so
I'm actually
facing this way, sit into this hip, like as far back as you can.
can't do that.
Try and sit back into it as much as you can.
That's great.
And then tiptoe this leg. There we go. Okay, hand on this hip. And now spread your lat around this side. Brilliant. You want to move this front foot out a little bit more. Stay balanced. Okay, now step back onto this foot and twist. There we go. Bring this hand down. Okay. And then we want to step around and hit a glute shot like this.
I'm good at this.
Okay, now turn to face the back this way. Give a little glute wiggle. And you're going to sit back, push into your quads and your hamstrings, arch your back, arch it a lot. Yep.
That's cool.
And then we usually just do a side step back to hit the glute shot again, which is kind of awkward. Turn around to the front with some beautiful hand transitions. There we go. And elegantly hit your front pose again. I think that goes to show that regardless of whatever category you're competing in, your posing matters just as much as your training. Because you saw how hard I found it to do Elle's posing.
Nice.
Do it look massive?
Then you're going to transition to the quarter turn to the right. Smooth transition to the right. Switch your body so you're actually facing away from pretty much the wall. You don't
I just totally bikini transition there.
Yeah.
And you've just seen that, how much choreography goes into what I need to do, and he literally couldn't follow along. And to that, you need to connect, like just like mind-muscle connection in the gym, you need to do that with your body to be able to, you know, go in and out of those poses, and also to hold them. When you're in comparisons, or they're comparing people against the stage, I'm held in this position on my tiptoes and heels for easily 10 minutes. Just like this. And you're trying to keep your midsection as tight as possible. So yeah, I think maybe what we can do just to finish off with is Elle's 8 weeks out. I've kind of got my my tracking spreadsheet from when I was 8 weeks out. It might be interesting to compare kind of cardio, food, just so you can see the comparison of who's actually working harder. Okay. In terms of cardio, I was doing 35 minutes every single day on the Stairmaster.
30 minutes every day apart from leg day on the treadmill incline.
Okay. How many training sessions per week?
5.
Okay, 4. I train 4 times a week. Let's delve into food. So in terms of, on average across this week, per day, I was having 120 grams of carbs.
On training days, I'm going to say. At the minute, I'm having 260. No. Scratch that. 395 grams of carbs.
Okay, so I'm having about a third of the amount of carbs that you're having.
Yeah.
which, considering that you're probably lifting 2/3 more than I am, and you're probably 2/3 more the size that I am, maybe it is proportional, but relatively, I think we're not far off when you're looking at things proportionally. Like maybe my overall kind of energy expenditure is just a little bit higher, but genuinely that's not too far off. Any other metrics that you think might be worth comparing?
How much protein were you having to hold body mass or muscle mass? Did that change at all?
No, that hasn't changed. I've always been on one. Actually, no, it has changed. It's dropped down. So I started prep on 140 grams, but I started prep at 138 pounds. So now I'm 118 pounds, but my protein has stayed at 130 grams per pound of body weight. So that doesn't make any sense. It's at 130 grams, which isn't per pound of body weight, but it's where it kind of would be if I was at my healthy body fat range.
Interesting. So you're 113 right now pounds.
118.
118 pounds.
Yeah.
So I'm over 100 pounds heavier than you.
Yeah.
And I'm having 256 grams of protein.
That's a fair amount more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all just to do with body mass.
Yeah.
Even if you're comparing me to another male who was 5'8" or 5'7", and smaller who weighed 160 pounds, their protein is going to be lower than that.
But then again, you're also, if we're talking about when you're looking at that grams per pound of body weight, if we're talking about lean mass, you've got more lean mass than I do. As a female, you've definitely got more lean mass than I do, so I don't need that much more protein either. For me, it's fats that are more important. My fats have never kind of dropped below the 30 grams mark. For you proportionally, they would drop lower than they would for me because I need them for my hormones, whereas you don't need them as much. So, but even so, it kind of goes to show we're both pushing really fucking hard. That's for me, it's got a lot kind of higher in terms of energy expenditure since 8 weeks out, and food has definitely dropped way more. But yeah, we're both pushing to be the best versions of ourselves. And the other thing is that what you're seeing here, because Elle and I are both natural athletes, there's no other variables that come into play. It's literally just hard work and food. So
food, cardio, walking, training. Either way you look at it, it's going to be extreme. Either way, you're going to have to dig at some point in prep, and male, female, it's going to be hard regardless. So it's all fun and games.
But it's exciting though. I've got 3 more weeks until my show, and then Elle's got 8 weeks. I'll be going to watch him, to support him, wave the flag. But yeah, no, I'm really excited for both of us, just to kind of I'm happy with how my season's gone so far. I've improved show to show. Elle's is going to be working on doing exactly the same thing, and we're both first timers. So goes to show how much I think we put a lot of time and energy into this. And it goes to show that it's not just trying to get in shape because we decide to, if you want to do that, go do a photo shoot or something, because it is extreme.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I think it's it for now. We hope that you've enjoyed the collab. If you haven't already, follow us both on Instagram. We'll leave our handles here for you to go and see. But yeah, no.
My handle.
Safe to say, I think I'll stick to bikini for now, but maybe I'll pull out.
I might get some requests though for bikini.
Maybe.
I might get some with the
foot pics. If you need to borrow the heels, you're more than welcome.
Thanks.
Nice one, guys. Peace out. Until the next collab.
Perfect.